Hello, my name is Nolene Pearl, and I live here in Summerhill. Well, now this is our skillet pot, and for some reason I used to love the skillet pot. Everybody had them like those. Were probably very expensive because they were very useful. It was something that was part and parcel of a farmer's house. Bacon and cabbage, that's what they lived on. They had it all in the garden, the vegetables, you know, and as I said, the big side of bacon hanging over the fire. And the men, big farming men, would just clean the table, like, you know, they'd be so hungry and that. But it all go into the one pot, except for the spuds, they would be boiled separately. But the ham and the cabbage and sometimes carrots would be all in the one pot. And then they'd have the big dinner. It would be a huge dinner. They could eat as much as they wanted to, you know. And they were happy enough then to have a mug of tea. And I don't know whether there was that in that brown bread, probably homemade brown bread, which was lovely. It was good food. So it was good food. Well, in my aunt's house now, they had an open fire, and there was two kind of little seats in each side. But it was lovely then, you know. The lamp, it was a lamp, no electricity at this stage. It was a lovely lamp, and it gave lovely light, and it was lovely. That'd be hanging over the open fire, and it'd be bubbling away till it's all ready. And my cousin was with me one day down the farm, and we brought back apples, and she made an apple tart, and she just put it into another tray and put it at the fire. And it was lovely. But it was a happy place to be, really. At that time, you didn't think twice. You just got on with it as best you could, like, you know. As I said, if the child was crying looking for his bottle, you got up out of bed and you went downstairs and you heated the fire. You roused it up a bit to get the child's bottle heated up. Imagine that. Could you imagine that today? You wouldn't be using coal, you might be using turf, all right. You would be using turf. And if they cut down a tree or something, they'd have lots of logs and that. But the electricity was a godsend. It turned everything else upside down. It was great. Welcome it was. But it was difficult to rear children because, as I said, there was no amenities that you could use, or just all the time work. You couldn't let up on that because it'd overflow on you, you know. Well, I often sit down at home and think of all I've done in that time, you know, and the difference between my life living in the heart of the country and the difference now is very much, you know, in my mind.